All right, hey YouTube. It is Monday night. It's 7 o'clock, so you guys already know what's going on. Let me enable my chair and try to push more stuff out of the view. There we go. Welcome. Monday night makeup. You guys hear that? That's the people in the hallway. Yes, welcome. It is another Monday night makeup. I'm glad to be here. We got the ring light back, so it's nice and shiny today. It's not sunny, but bright. I actually did my makeup. Do you guys like my makeup? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on it. This look I created with the Fenty number 9 Snap Shadow palette. So let me know if you guys like it, if I should do a tutorial on it. But before I start rambling about myself, I definitely want to send my thoughts and prayers to the Blake family. If you haven't seen what's on the news, it's really heartbreaking and sad, and just disappointing on so many different levels. So I definitely just wanted to send prayers and positive vibes their way. In terms of my week this week, so many great things have been happening. Last week, I should say. Finalized some stuff coming to the YouTube soon. Worked on a lot of stuff for my website, so that was great. So you guys will be seeing a very different look. I'm definitely going to be having a rebrand coming up, so I don't know. We'll see when exactly I'm going to launch that. Probably closer to the end of the year, but it's going to be a brand new look for KimberlyGamble.com and for my YouTube channel and social media platforms. So definitely stay tuned for that. Sorry, I have to reposition this little pillow. There we go. So that's everything that's happening with me. New things coming. Stay tuned. Make sure you are checking out for my videos this week. Some interesting videos I have coming up. The Taraji TPH by Taraji hair brand. I did a full review where I actually used the product correctly and it did not end well. So you want to watch that. KNC Beauty, I tried their lip mask and had an allergic reaction. So that's another one that's coming up. And some other videos too. So definitely make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss not only when I go live, but also all the new videos I'm posting, right? So I got my little cheat sheet here with my notes per usual. I'll move that out the way too. This looks crazy. So let's get started. The first thing I have on the list in terms of makeup news is Lauren Conrad's new beauty line. Now, of course, it's like this is just another beauty line by a celebrity. Why is this news? You're right, it's not. But however, she basically there was an influencer named James Charles, if you're like up on the influencers in makeup, and she accidentally sent him a case of like a PR box of makeup, but it was just like the empty bottles and it wasn't the actual product. And he like flipped out and did this whole thing and he like fake dragged her, or at least attempted to, but then he ended up having to apologize because she just said it was an honest mistake. Like, clearly I didn't mean to send you empty products. I was trying to send you the actual products, but put the wrong thing in the box. And then of course he had to apologize, and then it was like a whole thing. But yeah, so she has a beauty brand, and what made me want to bring this topic up was, are there too many beauty brands? A lot of influencers have been saying like it's oversaturation in the market, and sorry, I'm gonna keep messing with this chair today, y'all. But they're like this oversaturation in the market. There's too many people who are trying to have beauty products, and it's too much going on, too many brands, and we really don't need all of this brandage. Like, something's got to give. Like, how is it a new product is coming out every week? And I personally do not agree with that sentiment at all. So specifically to Lauren Conrad Beauty, I went to her website and I was looking at the products. First of all, I came on here with a full face of makeup and nothing on my lips. Where's my lipstick? Here we go. This is Retro Rose by Fenty Beauty, the Slip Shine. But let's see if I can do it with that. There we go. Because I was definitely trying to do that. Perfect. Okay, so I'm sorry, I just had a total random thought of me not putting on my lipstick. But basically, I looked at her website, Lauren Conrad Beauty. I looked at all the products. Vegan, I wrote it down here. So it's clean, eco-friendly, vegan, cruelty-free, right? Very few makeup brands are doing all of those things. You'll find it's vegan and cruelty free, but it won't be clean. Or you'll find out that it is clean and cruelty free, but it's not vegan and it's not eco friendly, right? So she is hitting a lot of points that I think other brands are not necessarily touching. Another thing that I think she's doing well is her price point. Every product is under $30. So yes, there's drugstore makeup, but there's no drugstore. I can't think of any drugstore brand that's eco-friendly, clean, vegan, and cruelty-free. Eco-friendly is kind of out of the realm of most drugstore beauty products because you ship to big box stores. So if they're taking a little bottle of foundation and it's going from Arizona to New Jersey on a truck, that's not eco-friendly. Like, it's hard to, in terms of like a low carbon footprint and products that are sustainable and don't hurt the environment. Like, I don't see a drugstore brand doing that at the low price. So the fact that she's hovering around that $20, $18, $16 price point, I think that that's something that does not exist for, like I said, a brand that meets all of those criteria. But what I would say is that her brand does not look unique. It looks just like Ilia, so ILIA, that makeup brand is available at Sephora. Or her packaging, her product pictures, the Barely There makeup, natural-esque, very light and sunny branding is very much giving me dupe of Ilia. And I think that's how you pronounce that name. I'm gonna go with Ilia. But it's very much giving me a dupe of Ilia. So I like a dupe, but then it's also like you have to try to differentiate yourself so that way you still have your own brand and you're not just seeming like the cheaper version of another brand. I think an expert at this would be NYX Cosmetics. At first, they were very much giving everybody, this is a bootleg MAC. But over the years, they have developed their brands, and through market research, I'm sure, and all kinds of competitor analysis, they have figured out how to make NYX literally copy the big brand trends. So they're copying everything that MAC and Makeup Forever is doing, but they put their own spin on it, their own brand, and they make it fun and affordable. So then that kind of moves them into a different lane, and not necessarily, they also copy from multiple brands. So you could never say they're a dupe of this brand, because then boom, they'll copy something from another brand, right? So are there too many makeup brands? I also feel like a lot of people, they're looking for products that still don't exist. One of our past lives, I was discussing that a really great way to do your makeup really fast and quick would be if there was like a one system kit that had foundation, concealer, blush, highlighter, contour, bronzer, and if it was all in one little box, and then you would be able to customize it based on like your foundation and concealer shade, and everything else would be based off your skin tone. Whoever invents that, that's a new, I mean, also please, hit me up for my idea so we could work together on this business. But also whoever creates that is going to be basically creating something new, and it's another beauty brand that doesn't exist and we never had before. So how does that but that's a product that people would like. That's something that would bring people together around a common product, and they would love it. Another thing is a lot of companies don't make products that fit everybody. We still have brands that are only doing 20 foundation shades, that are only doing 15 foundation shades in the range. that only have products for dry and oily skin and nothing for sensitive skin or acne prone skin. So there's so many gaps in different companies' product lines that there's always going to be space for a new beauty brand. And also, it's sink or swim out here. Like, make your brand, try to launch it. There's brands that go under. There was a mascara company. I don't know if they're out of business or if Sephora just stopped selling them, called Fiberwig, and it was one of those mascaras that had the fibers in it, but it was a lot of fibers and they were really thick and really black, and it was my favorite mascara, and it looked like you put fake lashes on in like 15 seconds, and I loved it. And then they rebranded, they changed their name to something else, and then Sephora just stopped selling them altogether. So it's like, just because you come up with a new brand doesn't mean it's going to be successful, doesn't mean it's going to be sold everywhere. And it could also be that it's just for a niche market, and yes, your brand should still exist and it might be smaller, but it creates a product that people really, really love. I always see those infomercials for the airbrush foundation. For the life of me, I don't know who's trying to have a whole airbrush kit on their table and do that every day, but there's so many people who love it and buy it, and they're like, yes, airbrush foundation is amazing and it's easy to do and I look airbrush. So there's always going to be somebody for a brand. There's always going to be an audience, always going to be people who are looking to purchase that new thing. And then what you have to see is in the longevity of it all, can they stay around? Can they stay in business? Do people continue to buy their products? And then that's going to be a whole nother scenario. But this whole idea of, are there too many brands? No. Even when I think to myself, or when I'm shopping in, oh, thank you for the like, when I'm shopping in Sephora, and I'm like, if I close my mind and I think pre-pandemic when I used to go to the Sephora store, and I think of when I'm in the store, like, okay, so I go to Fenty, let's say, okay, I just bought those. I'm hypothetically, all the stuff I bought online, I'm gonna pretend like I went and did a haul, right? So I'm in the skincare for KNC Beauty. I bought the lip patches, I bought the eye patches. Then I went to the Sephora Collection skincare, got the cooling globes. Then I'm walking over to Fenty, getting the snap shadows. Then I walk over to Laneige and get the lipstick and the lip mask and the sleeping mask. And see how I'm going to all different brands, like hopping. It's not like I'm just getting everything from one brand. You need multiple brands to do that, and people have to create new brands to do that. I feel like half the brands I just named didn't exist 3 or 4 years ago, but yet, or maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but yet we love their products, right? So yes, there's enough space for more brands. There's room for everyone. You just have to bring the heat, make sure that your products are amazing, so that way we will stay here and keep shopping with you. All right, the next topic for the makeup news is going to be goodbye. Refinery 29 had an article, and this was literally the title of the article. Goodbye, Instagram face. Natural beauty is making a comeback. I don't understand why people feel like they have to down a makeup trend when it's not popular anymore. Like, you never hear anybody like, oh, those stupid flare jeans, it was the dumbest idea ever. Thank God for skinny jeans. Like, people don't down, you don't have to down the past trend in order to big up what you're trying to do now, right? So I really don't understand that whole title, but we're gonna talk about it. The whole quote unquote natural makeup trend. First of all, it's fake news because it doesn't even look like natural makeup. Literally what they're doing is, instead of putting bright colored eyeshadows and shimmers, they're just transitioning to brown, nude, matte eyeshadow. They're using a liquid highlighter product, so that way it's a little more oily, and it seems kind of like a skin creating oil and shining at that spot. They're using a dewy foundation and setting with minimal powder. Like, it's not natural looking. Like, you don't look natural. Like, everyone can tell you have makeup on. A natural looking makeup trend is going to be if everybody just starts doing brows, lips, mascara, and then we're like, oh, this is me, this is my face done, new makeup trend. That's a natural makeup trend. The fact that y'all are just going to more neutral, natural colors, say that. Don't say that you're doing a natural makeup trend, because it's not natural. And I feel like it's unfair to people who, a lot of people, nobody needs makeup, But a lot of people feel that more comfortable when they wear makeup, because if they have like scarring on their skin or if they have hyperpigmentation, they feel like when I put foundation or concealer on my face, like it just makes me feel more comfortable as I show up in the world. And that's great. That's a wonderful thing, because I'd rather that you put on foundation and feel good than you leave every day and feel some kind of way about how your skin looks. So the whole idea that, oh, this is natural, and if you can't do your makeup like this, like now it's not the trend anymore. Like, no, wear what makeup you want to wear. Put it on like how you want to put it on. I mean, you want to do optimal blending and application and all that stuff, but really, it's up to you what you put on your face. Okay, we got a question, Cynthia G. Which are the best makeup brands for dark skin tones? Ooh, this is a good question. So I'm going to have a very long-winded answer because, of course, I'm going to go through all the different types of makeup. So if I'm thinking skin, so complexion makeup, foundations, concealers, I'm definitely going to go with MAC, Fenty Beauty, and Too Faced, and Makeup Forever. So those four I'm going to say are the best for foundation and concealers for dark skinned women, and those are going to be the high end brands. For foundation concealer from drugstore, I'm going to go with CoverGirl, L'Oreal True Blend, and NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. So those are the drugstore foundation and concealers that are best for dark skin tones. In terms of blush and bronzer, I'm going to say for the drugstore, Black Radiance or Milani. For high end, I'm going to say NARS and MAC. For lipsticks, when I mean lipsticks, like lipsticks that are going to be opaque enough to cover like darker colored lips, I'm going to say Fenty Beauty, MAC, NARS on the high end. And for the low end, I'm going to say Black Radiance, NYX, and that's it. So I hope those responses were helpful. There's definitely so many. Oh, I'm sorry, your connection is bad, but thank you for trying to join though. I'm definitely going to say that those are the brands that I like the most for dark skin tones. And that definitely loops me right back around to my topic of whether or not this natural makeup trend is here to stay. Also, when you're seeing the editorial version of it, it's usually portrayed on people who are lighter skin tones, people who would range from the fair to medium, that higher end of the foundation spectrum. And then you never see we are relying on influencers and everyday people to interpret it, what it looks like for a medium, for dark, deep, and tan skin tones. So whenever you see these new quote unquote beauty trends, like I said, they never really display it on all skin types and tones. So I think that some people are gonna, of course, the beauty makeup industry, they're gonna pander to it a little bit, but for the most part, for the everyday person that loves makeup and buys it, they're gonna keep doing what they've been doing because that's what they like and that's what makes them happy. So that's that. So I mean, me personally, I mostly do the natural makeup look because as much as I love eyeshadows and everything like that, I don't have the on time capacity to every day put eyeshadows on and blend it and make sure I do it right. I usually don't even wear foundation and concealer every day, honestly. So my look is a little more natural leaning by default. Where it's not natural is that I do like bright lip colors, so like red lips, pink lips, purple lips. So as soon as anything's like, oh, a natural look with like a nude lip, I'm like, Even today, the only reason why I reached for this Retro Rose Slip Shine by Fenty Beauty is because they're really moisturizing and I have dry lips, and especially with these videos, I'm talking the whole time, so I'm like, this is really moisturizing and it's really opaque in terms of how it looks on my lips. Like you can really see the color. So Yeah, usually I have a bright lip, and I don't even know if this would be considered natural for my skin tone. So, that's that on that. Next topic, makeup releases. So, I definitely wanted to share with you guys that most of the information and products that I'm seeing on makeup releases, it's going to come from Hot Fire on Instagram. So definitely follow them if you're not, so that way you can see new product releases. And they talk about, sometimes they'll give you even price points and brand inspiration and brand story and stuff behind each collection. So again, that's hotfire.makeup, and that's their Instagram handle, right? Okay, so I'm gonna take a little sip because there's a lot going on with the new makeup releases. I mean, I guess these are the fall makeup releases that we always expect every year, but I'm not gonna lie, because of the things that are happening in the world with 2020, I forgot about fall makeup releases. Like, I was just like, oh, a lot of people seem to be coming out with products lately. That's interesting. And I'm like, oh yeah, fall beauty releases. That's how that works. Um, so we're starting off with ColourPop. ColourPop, they must have told those people that if y'all don't come out with the collection a week, like, we're firing everybody, because they have been pumping out makeup like it's nobody's business. And what's really sad is you can't even really, well, the way I feel about it is I can't even really get excited about anything, because they're constantly another collection. They're coming out with so many things that by the time I hear about it, see people have the products, see people demo it and do looks, there's another collection already coming out. And then it's like, oh, well, let me not buy that because I want to see what this new collection is going to have. Another thing I'm realizing is that ColourPop is sending less stuff to influencers, I guess, or maybe just influencers who I watch. I have not seen anybody review, talk about, show a ColourPop palette or lip gloss or anything in a long time. So, and my thing is, if I can't see somebody else use it, I'm definitely not buying it. Like, especially with some of these shades that are so light. They came out with the Little Ray of Sunshine collection. It's a yellow and tan collection. Like, there's a few like lime greens, other bright colors, but it's really light. And I'm just like, how does that look on my skin? You know? So that definitely makes me feel like, ooh, like I wouldn't want to be trying that collection so much. And then, of course, right, I don't know what came first, but they also have the Mulan collection. So it's like you got the Mulan collection and the Little Ray Sunshine. It's like all summer they just been coming out with collection after collection after collection after collection, and no collection could really stay and marinate and get you to learn more about it and get behind it, because they're constantly just pushing the next new thing. So I understand ColourPop is trying to give people options and be like, okay, the Mulan collection is red and bold and bright, but the little, what is it called? The Little Ray of Sunshine collection is going to be more subdued, but more muted, bright colors, I guess is the idea behind it. But it's just like, you can't keep coming out with collection over collection over collection. Like, how do we even know what we're supposed to be looking at? Like, give it some time. Especially because Mulan was a whole movie. So it's like, you guys knew when Disney was going to release it. So you really could have planned in advance to make a huge Mulan push and then drop Little Ray of Sunshine after that. Or drop Little Ray of Sunshine weeks before. So when you do your Mulan push, Little Ray of Sunshine will be old, right? So, just some free marketing advice for y'all there. None of the stuff, like I said, I haven't seen any influencers with it. I haven't seen anybody talking about it or using it. So I'm not really checking for anything from ColourPop right now. Pat McGrath came out with the Supreme lipstick. It's just a red lipstick. I love Pat, and the packaging is cute and the design is super cute, but it's just a red lipstick. I won't really be checking it out. I have a few of her other matte lipsticks. They're really drying for people with dry lips. I don't know if you ever noticed, but whenever the Pat McGrath artists do a celebrity's look, they always put gloss. So like Niecy Nash at the last award show, when award shows were still happening, her look was lipstick, lip gloss, lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. Cardi B for the WAP video, lipstick, shiny lip gloss. Like, nobody is really using her matte looks for extended events. And I'm like, that's because this stuff is dry. It makes your lips look so crazy, these mattes. So it is a matte red, and I'm pretty sure it's long lasting. And if you exfoliate your lips and put lip balm and all this stuff, you can make it look great. But I'm gonna have to skip on that one. Sorry. But it looks cute though, the packaging and everything. And I know that a lot of people love Supreme. Everything Supreme, they think it's great. So that's that was a smart collaboration on her part. Next is Too Faced Born This Way Matte Foundation. There's also other Too Faced stuff, but I want to talk about this product separately. I like a matte foundation. I personally feel that Too Faced Born This Way, I guess we'll call it original formulation now, is already super matte. And that's one of the few foundations where I don't have to go back and powder again. And I have to make sure I put on like a moisturizing cream before I put on my makeup and stuff like that. I thought that stuff was pretty doggone matte. So now that there's even a version that is specifically described as matte, I'm like, how does your skin breathe? Like, does it have any life to it? Like, because even now I'm wearing YSL Touche Éclat foundation, and you see how I still have like my little shines in places. So it's like I'm kind of like a real person, and I'm not matte and just flat with no difference of like texture or anything. Like, that's just really, I'm like, how drying is this stuff? I actually kind of want to try it just to see, like, does it feel like your face is about to crack, or does it feel amazing and natural? Maybe it's like a super wearable matte. I'm really curious about that. So we'll see. One thing that has happened with this whole mostly indoor, not really outdoor mask wearing life is that my foundation shades are crazy not matching me right. And I just don't want to buy any foundation, especially since I don't really wear it outside. Like, I literally only wear makeup to do videos now for the most part in terms of foundation and concealer. So I can't really justify getting it, but I'm so curious about whether or not it's one of those mattes that just like destroy your skin, or if it's like a wearable everyday matte. So another Too Faced launch, the Pumpkin Spice eyeshadow palette and lip set. I love pumpkin spice lattes, so I'm team PSL. But usually what happens, especially this time of year when it's like pumpkin spice season, I always venture out to try other things, and then either they're great and amazing and I love it, or it's horrible and it's trash. So it'll be like a pumpkin translation of fall. For those of you who've seen the movie The Devil Wears Prada, the character that is loosely based on Anna Wintour, she has a line when they're like presenting new collections to her and stuff, or what they want to do for the photo shoot. And she's like, floral for spring, groundbreaking. And it really makes me laugh every time I think of that, because so many companies are doing the same thing over and over again. Like, fall doesn't necessarily mean oranges and browns and the colors of the leaves. Spring doesn't have to mean floral. Like, let's really get down to the nitty gritty of things and think of what are things that we associate with fall. What could be a color palette that is loosely based on traditional fall colors but isn't traditional fall colors? Like, I would love to see, it's funny, for fashion brands, for fall, you sometimes get the oranges and tans and browns, but sometimes you get like the deep greens and the navies and the grays and the cranberries and all these different colors to tell the fall fashion color story. But when it comes to makeup for fall, we get the same things year after year after year after year. And it's like, first of all, shout out, I mean, Super Scent did the Crown collection, the Creole. Where's the back to school fall collection? that's a really simple idea that you could do like primary colors and secondary colors and do all these different things with color and makeup, and it still be like a fall based collection. That would be super cute. Whoever does it, make sure y'all heard it here first if they rip off my idea. But so that's one idea. Another thing with fall is that it's so many that's when you start layering your clothing, sweaters, play with texture. Like there's so many different things that you could do for fall except for pumpkin spice latte and orange and tan and brown. So that palette and lip set, I'm like, I'm not really too set on it. I had one Too Faced eyeshadow palette years ago, and not one shade was showing up on my skin. It was a long time ago, so I probably should give them another chance. But I literally was having to like scoop the eyeshadow out the palette and pack it on my face in order to see any color payoff. And I was like, I will never buy another Too Faced eyeshadow palette again. But we'll see. I think I might give them another try. They also came out with the Too Faced Diamond Light Highlighter. It's like the classic pink Too Faced case, and it has these these three highlighter shades. One's like a white holographic, one is like a really light gold champagne, and one is like a light pinky holographic. I'm gonna have to wait till I see it on somebody, specifically somebody who has a deeper dark skin tone. White highlighters I don't like. I bought one time from Fenty Beauty. The white one, what is it? Diamond Bomb. I think that's the name of the Diamond Bomb. I bought that one. I barely wear it. It has like a silver flecks in it. It doesn't really go with my skin tone. So I'm very cautious of the white highlighters. I like the holographic. That's cute, and I get it. But being based in a white powder, that's a little scary to me. The golds and the pink shades, they could be cute, but they just look so light. I don't know if it's because in the product picture, it's like a black background and then it's like a little pot of each highlighter, and it just looks so light. But I don't know. I'm waiting to see somebody try it out. So I mean, a lot of people have slowed on their videos because of, the state of the world. There's a lot going on. I mean, everybody doesn't have time for makeup. But I also feel like, I don't know if they need to send out to more people or what, but I used to love when you went to YouTube and you would just see hundreds of videos with all these people with PR packages, and they were trying out all the things, and there used to be a time I used to be able to search for somebody who had the same foundation shade as me, and then I could match and see like, oh, she's a 420 Fenty Beauty and it looks good on her, or it looks ashy on her. So, and I would be able to shop like that. But I think brands have really pulled back on the influencer marketing, and I'm not even gonna lie, based on all the things and the scandals that have happened this year, I understand why they don't want to necessarily tie their brand to so many different influencers, like so many celebrities, influencers, and just random people have been canceling themselves on, or getting themselves canceled on social media because of saying inappropriate things, doing inappropriate things. But I really miss those days when it was just like a product would be launched and it would be a flood of videos where you could find somebody who looked like you, who was trying it out, who had similar skin as you. Because that's another thing that trips me up too. A lot of these products, they not good for oily skin, good for dry skin. Not good for dry skin, good for oily skin. And I love to hear that from people who are actually using it and trying it. So I really hope those days come back, because that was a really fun time in YouTube and in makeup for all of us, right? So especially now that we can't physically touch the stuff in the store. I've been watching a lot of people on YouTube who have been going to Sephora's, and they're like, the samples are gone. The little doe foot applicators and the cotton pads are gone. Like, they don't even want you to touch anything. Only thing they got out is hand sanitizer. And it's like, you can see these dupes and you can see these products, but you can't, don't touch nothing. No samples. Don't try to put on your skin, which it makes so much sense, because for health reasons, you can't necessarily shop for makeup like you used to. But trying it on, or hearing experiences from people who have similar skin color, tone, texture to you is really what sells me on a lot of makeup products. So we're gonna see what happens in this new age. How's this gonna translate now? Are you gonna be able to do? They do have virtual try-ons for certain things, but it's not the same. So we're gonna see what happens with the future of makeup. I'm hopeful that things will eventually, in a couple years from now, be back to normal and we'll be able to do these things. But yeah, so that's it I have for the makeup releases. Kind of a lot, but also not really. I'm really hoping I'm most excited for the holiday collections. That's my bread and butter. Get me excited about some makeup is the holiday collections, the sets, the deals, the sales. So I'm counting down to November just a little bit. But thank you so much for coming to my channel and watching this live. This was so much fun today, talking about all the different topics. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Lives are on Mondays. New videos come out on Wednesdays and Fridays. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Kimberly M. Gamble. Also, check us out on Instagram at Kimberly Gamble, DOTCOM. So that's .com spelled out. And I will see you next time. So have a great week.